Welcome, everyone. This is Stoicism YouTube channel. Are you ready to take control of your life and transform it from the inside out? Today, we're diving into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that has guided some of history's greatest minds. Whether you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or simply looking for a fresh perspective, these Stoic principles will help you embrace change, build resilience, and create a life of purpose and inner peace. From taking full responsibility for your actions to cultivating mental discipline and learning to love your fate, this video will give you practical tools to start changing your life right now. So, if you're ready to unlock your potential and face life's challenges with strength and clarity, let's get started. The first one is embrace change as natural and necessary change. It's the one constant in life, yet so many of us resist it. We cling to what's familiar even when it no longer serves us. But what if I told you that change isn't something to fear? It's something to embrace? In fact, the ancient Stoics believed that change is not only natural, but necessary for growth. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest Stoic philosophers, once wrote, "Change is nature's delight." Think about that for a moment. Nature thrives on change. Seasons shift, rivers carve new paths, and even the stars realign. Change isn't just inevitable, it's the very essence of life. So why do we resist change? Often it's because we're afraid of the unknown. We worry about losing control or facing discomfort. But here's the thing, when we resist change, we're fighting against the natural flow of the universe, and that's a battle we'll never win. Instead of resisting, what if we leaned into change? What if we saw it as an opportunity for growth? Think about a seed. It doesn't cling to its form, it transforms. It breaks open, pushes through the soil, and reaches for the sun. And in doing so, it becomes something greater than it was before. Here's how you can start embracing change in your own life. 1. Shift your perspective. Instead of seeing change as a threat, see it as a chance to grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can this make me stronger? 2. Focus on what you can control. The Stoics taught us that we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. Focus on your actions, your mindset, and your attitude. 3. Practice gratitude. Even in difficult times, there's always something to be grateful for. Gratitude helps us find meaning in change and reminds us that every ending is a new beginning. Change is the catalyst for progress. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every moment of growth comes from embracing change. It's how we evolve, how we adapt, and how we become the best versions of ourselves. So, the next time life throws you a curveball, remember, change isn't your enemy. It's your greatest ally. It's nature's way of pushing you forward, helping you grow, and guiding you toward your potential. Embrace it, trust it, and watch how it transforms your life. Embrace change, grow stronger, live fully. The second key principle is take full responsibility for your life. Stoicism teaches that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. The moment you stop blaming others, your boss, your family, your circumstances, and start taking responsibility for your thoughts and actions, you reclaim your power. Why blaming others holds you back? When you blame others, you give away your power. You become a victim of your circumstances. But when you take responsibility, you become the hero of your own story. Think about it. If your happiness depends on others changing, you'll always be waiting. But if it depends on you, you can start right now. For instance, I used to blame my busy schedule for not exercising, but when I took responsibility, I started waking up 30 minutes earlier to work out. Control your reactions. Stoics believe that events are neutral. It's our judgments about them that cause pain. For example, losing a job isn't inherently good or bad. It's your reaction, whether you see it as a failure or an opportunity, that shapes your experience. Focus on what you can control. Make a list of what's within your control, your effort, your attitude, your habits, and what's not, other people's opinions, the weather, the past. Then focus your energy only on what you can change. Take action. Responsibility isn't just a mindset, it's action. If you're unhappy with your health, start eating better. If you're stuck in a job you hate, update your resume. Small, consistent actions add up to massive change. Engagement. Which of these steps resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you've ever taken responsibility for a situation and turned it around, share your story. I'd love to hear it. Remember, taking responsibility isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about empowering yourself. When you stop blaming others and start owning your life, you unlock a level of freedom and fulfillment you never thought possible. The third insight is practicing voluntary discomfort. Now we're diving into a concept that might sound a little counterintuitive at first, but trust me, it's a game changer. We're talking about voluntary discomfort, the idea of intentionally putting yourself in challenging situations to build mental toughness and resilience. So what exactly is voluntary discomfort? It's the practice of willingly embracing small, manageable hardships to prepare yourself for life's bigger, unexpected challenges. Think of it like training for a marathon. You don't just show up on race day and hope for the best. You train, you push your limits, and you build endurance. Voluntary discomfort works the same way, but for your mind and character. Here are some examples. Taking cold showers, fasting for a day, sleeping on a hard surface, or even waking up an hour earlier than usual. These might sound like small things, but they're powerful tools for building mental resilience. Now you might be wondering, why would anyone do this to themselves? Great question. Here's the thing, life is unpredictable. No matter how much we plan, challenges will come our way, whether it's a tough day at work, a personal setback, or even a global crisis. When you practice voluntary discomfort, you're essentially training your mind to stay calm, focused, and adaptable in the face of adversity. Think about it this way. If you've already experienced discomfort by choice, the unexpected hardships life throws at you won't feel as overwhelming. You'll have this inner confidence, this knowing that you can handle tough situations because you've done it before. Now let's talk about how you can start incorporating voluntary discomfort into your life. The key is to start small and be consistent. Here are a few ideas. 1. Cold showers. Start with 30 seconds of cold water at the end of your shower. It's uncomfortable, but it wakes you up and builds mental toughness. 2. Fasting. Try skipping one meal a week. It's not about starving yourself. It's about learning to sit with hunger and realizing you'll be okay. 3. Sleeping on the floor. Once in a while, swap your comfy bed for a thin mat or sleeping bag. It's a humbling experience that reminds you of how little you actually need to be comfortable. 4. Digital detox. Go a full day without your phone or social media. It's harder than it sounds, but it's a great way to practice self-discipline. Remember, the goal isn't to make your life miserable. It's about building resilience, gratitude, and a deeper appreciation for the comforts we often take for granted. When you voluntarily step out of your comfort zone, you grow stronger, more adaptable, and more confident in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. So, I challenge you to try one small act of voluntary discomfort this week. Let me know in the comments what you're going to do and how it goes. The fourth key principle is mental discipline. First, what is mental discipline? It's the ability to train your mind to focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. Think of it like this. Life is full of storms, external events, other people's actions, unexpected challenges. But mental discipline is your umbrella. It doesn't stop the rain, but it keeps you dry. Here's how you can start cultivating it. 1. Focus on what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, your reactions. These are your power zones. Everything else? Let it go. Worrying about things outside your control is like trying to steer a car from the back seat. It's exhausting and pointless. 2. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of staying present. It's about observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. When you're mindful, you create a gap between what happens and how you respond. That gap is where your power lies. 3. Replace negative self-talk. We all have that inner critic, right? The one that says, "You're not good enough," or "What if you fail?" Mental discipline means shutting that voice down and replacing it with strong, decisive affirmations. Instead of, "I can't do this," try, "I'm capable and I'll figure it out." Let's try this right now. Close your eyes, or keep them open if you're watching this, and take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. Now think of one thing you're worried about. Got it? Ask yourself, is this within my control? If it is, what's one small step you can take to address it? If it's not, visualize yourself letting it go, like releasing a balloon into the sky. Feels better already, doesn't it? Mental discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about progress. Some days you'll nail it. Other days you'll struggle, and that's okay. The key is to keep practicing. Over time, you'll notice that you're calmer, more focused, and more resilient. You'll stop sweating the small stuff and start thriving no matter what. So here's your challenge. Pick one area of your life where you want to practice mental discipline. Maybe it's staying calm during stressful situations, or maybe it's replacing negative self-talk with empowering affirmations. Whatever it is, commit to it. And remember, small steps lead to big changes. The 5th principle is apply Amor Fati, love of fate. Have you ever felt like life keeps throwing obstacles in your way? Like no matter how hard you try, things just don't go as planned? What if I told you there's a way to not only accept these challenges, but to love them? Stoicism gives as a concept Amor Fati, the love of fate, and how it can completely transform the way you see and handle life's difficulties. Amor Fati is a Latin phrase that means love of fate. It's a concept rooted in Stoic philosophy, popularized by thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Friedrich Nietzsche. At its core, it's about embracing everything that happens to you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and seeing it as an essential part of your journey. Think about it. When something goes wrong, our first instinct is to resist it. We get frustrated, angry, or even defeated. But what if instead of resisting, we leaned into it? What if we saw every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient? Here's the thing. Life isn't about avoiding obstacles. It's about learning how to navigate them. Every challenge you face is a chance to develop skills, build character, and uncover strengths you never knew you had. That's the power of Amor Fati. It shifts your mindset from "why is this happening to me?" to "what can I learn from this?" Let me give you an example. Imagine you're working on a big project and everything seems to be going wrong. Deadlines are tight, your team is struggling, and you're feeling overwhelmed. Instead of stressing out, you pause and remind yourself, this is my opportunity to grow. You focus on problem solving, communication, and resilience. By the end of it, not only have you completed the project, but you've also become a better leader and a more adaptable person. So how can you start practicing Amor Fati in your own life? Here are 3 simple steps. 1. Reframe your perspective. When something challenging happens, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? Shift your focus from the problem to the potential for growth. 2. Embrace imperfection. Understand that life isn't meant to be perfect. Mistakes and setbacks are part of the process. Instead of fearing them, welcome them as teachers. 3. Take action. Don't just passively accept your fate, actively engage with it. Use every challenge as a chance to take deliberate, meaningful action. Remember, Amor Fati isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding meaning and purpose in every experience, no matter how difficult. It's about saying, this is my life and I choose to love it, every single part of it. When you start to see challenges as opportunities, something incredible happens. You stop feeling like a victim of circumstance and start feeling like the hero of your own story. You become unstoppable. So the next time life throws you a curveball, don't resist it. Embrace it. Love it. Because every challenge is a stepping stone to becoming the best version of yourself. The 6th principle is design a system for success, designing a system that works for you. Whether you're trying to level up your career, build a side hustle, or just live a more fulfilling life, the key isn't motivation, it's systems. So let's break down how to create a structured daily routine that aligns with your goals and values, prioritizes what matters most, and turns discipline into your default state. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about why systems matter. Motivation comes and goes, but a well-designed system keeps you moving forward even on the days you don't feel like it. Think of it like this. If your goal is to get fit, motivation might get you to the gym once or twice. But a system, like scheduling workouts at the same time every day, will keep you consistent for the long haul. Step 1. Define your goals and values. Before you can design a system, you need to know what you're working toward. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve in the next 3 months, 6 months, or year? What values are most important to me, e.g., health, family, creativity, financial freedom? Your daily routine should reflect these goals and values. For example, if health is a priority, your system should include time for exercise and meal prep. If creativity is important, block out time for brainstorming or practicing your craft. Step 2. Create a structured daily routine. Now that you know your goals, it's time to build a routine that supports them. Here's how. 1. Morning ritual. Start your day with intention. This could include journaling, meditation, or a workout. 2. Deep work block. Schedule 2 to 3 hours of focused work on your most important task. This is when you'll make the most progress toward your goals. 3. Breaks and recovery. Use techniques like the Pomodoro method to stay fresh and avoid burnout. 4th, evening wind down. Reflect on your day, plan for tomorrow, and disconnect from distractions like social media. Step 3. Prioritize high-impact tasks. Not all tasks are created equal. Use the 80-20 rule. Focus on the 20% of tasks that will give you 80% of the results. For example, if you're building a business, prioritize activities that directly generate revenue or grow your audience. Everything else can wait or be delegated. Step 4. Eliminate distractions. Distractions are the enemy of progress. Here are a few ways to minimize them. Turn off non-essential notifications on your phone. Use apps like Freedom or Cold Turkey to block distracting websites. Set boundaries with people who interrupt your focus. Remember, every time you get distracted, it takes an average of 23 minutes to refocus. Protect your time like it's gold. Step 5. Make discipline your default state. Discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you build through consistent habits. Start small. Commit to just 10 minutes of focused work or exercise every day. Over time, these small wins will compound into massive results. And don't forget to celebrate your progress along the way. Here's the thing. Success isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up consistently, even when it's hard. By designing a system that aligns with your goals and values, you'll set yourself up for long-term success. So take some time today to reflect on your goals, plan your ideal routine, and start taking action. You've got this. The last principle for this video is focus on virtue and inner peace. Imagine a life where your happiness isn't tied to the chaos of the world around you. A life where you feel grounded, no matter what's happening externally. Sounds impossible? That's exactly what Stoicism teaches us, a philosophy that has stood the test of time for over 2,000 years. True happiness comes from cultivating virtue and maintaining inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or being indifferent. It's about focusing on what's within your control, your thoughts, actions, and character. The Stoics believe that by developing 4 key virtues, wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control, you can achieve a state of inner tranquility that no external event can shake. Let's break this down. First, wisdom. This isn't just about knowledge, it's about understanding what truly matters in life. It's about seeing the world clearly and making decisions that align with your values. Next, justice. This is about treating others with fairness and kindness. It's about recognizing that we're all connected and that our actions have an impact on the world around us. Then there's courage. Not just physical bravery, but the courage to face life's challenges head-on, to stand by your principles, and to keep going even when things get tough. And finally, self-control. This is about mastering your desires and impulses. It's about choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term gratification. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but how do I actually apply this in my life? Here's the thing. It starts with small, intentional actions. Every day, ask yourself, am I acting with wisdom? Am I being just? Am I showing courage? Am I exercising self-control? Over time, these small actions build up. You'll find that you're less affected by external events, whether it's a bad day at work, a disagreement with a friend, or even a global crisis. You'll have this unshakable inner peace because your happiness is rooted in who you are, not what's happening around you. So here's my challenge to you. For the next week, focus on one of these virtues. Maybe it's wisdom, take time to reflect on your decisions, or maybe it's justice. Go out of your way to help someone. Whatever it is, commit to it, and let me know in the comments how it goes. Remember, true happiness isn't something you find outside yourself. It's something you cultivate within. So focus on virtue, nurture your inner peace, and watch how your life transforms. And there you have it, Stoic principles to help you take charge of your life and embrace the journey ahead. Remember, change is natural, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Start small, take responsibility for your actions, and focus on what you can control. Build your mental resilience, design a system for success, and most importantly, learn to love your fate. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs a little Stoic inspiration, and subscribe for more practical wisdom to live a better life. Let me know in the comments which Stoic principle resonates with you the most. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and keep striving for virtue and inner peace. Amor Fati, love your fate. See you in the next one.